This is eRadio Live.
That's right, and it is time for Travel Tuesday with Rose. Today is going to be nice, very interesting as always, but today we are going to talk about backpacking along the garden route. Rose, hello!
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Where are we now?
I'm actually in Sedgefield. I'm at the Daily Grind, which is one of my new little offices. It's a tiny little coffee shop here at the Plumtree Centre. They make great coffee and they've got great Wi-Fi, so it's fabulous to sit here and work.
Now, listen, today we're going backpacking, and I mean, that's such a fun thing to do. I haven't done it personally, but you can tell me now why I should do it and where.
Yeah, well, the thing is that I thought about a subject for to talk about, and I thought to myself, it's probably the perfect kind of thing to talk about in the times that we are living in now, South African travellers. And also something that you can do via self-drive, or you can actually use a little bus company called FastBus. Now, the nice thing about it, and it's also great if you are a female solo traveler or you're a female couple travel together, and you need to be in a kind of a safe environment, need to know what things to do. And I always find that when I travel, especially when I traveled overseas, when you come to a backpacking environment, you don't just get a room, you don't see anybody. You meet fellow travelers, you share information. Most of the people who travel got a similar mindset, and they also kind of have adventure in mind, and they share things, and they give ideas, and they give tips, which is the one thing that I've actually find that's the thing that I love about backpacking. We could almost call it slackpacking, because, I mean, the quality of backpackers that I've seen lately is just phenomenal. You can get a full-on bedroom, it's got a shower, but it's got the other benefits. So the things that they really, really look after is they've always got Wi-Fi. And if you're a traveler and you are moving from place to place, it's always great for communication, especially if you're an international person, then you don't have to worry about data and things like that. So you've got Wi-Fi. If you're on a self-drive mode, or that means hiring a car, you can basically just take out a little backpack book, or you can just go from one town to the next town in a little backpack. And that backpacker, they will advise you to go to the next place, or the next thing, or the next adventure. So that's and it really does. It actually creates a serious travel community, and you make some of the best friends I've ever met. And I'm still friends with the people that I've met through backpacking groups, because they have a very similar mindset. And the other benefit about staying at a backpacking place is they're not just a place that goes, oh, here's a brochure for this, or here's a brochure for that, or here's a brochure. They actually, some of them do organize the adventure, or they'll take you to the adventure. They'll take you to the paragliding site, they'll take you to the ziplining site, or they have a little bus that will come and do a whole tour for that day. They'll go up to this place, or they'll drive up to this place to go and do something, or they'll, so those organized tours are already, and they've also already negotiated as well, and they get really good prices as well for the adventure traveler, which is great. And of course, there's a lot of other little benefits. I mean, there's normally swimming pools. Sometimes there's a place to wash your clothes. There's, things that you don't normally find at normal guest houses or hotels, and it's not going to cost you an arm and a leg. So the infrastructure for a setup for backpacking is that they actually know that you are a traveler. You're focusing on travel and adventure. You're not focusing on, I want to go and stay in a beautiful place and have a fabulous pillow that is 5-star and pre-Kelvin, and although some of these places do offer, I have a comfortable bed, I'm safe, I'm in communication, I'm with like-minded people in like-minded travel, and I'm going to be okay, and I'm going to make new friends for life. And that's the lack of mindset about backpacking. And especially here along the garden route, I mean, you can literally go from Mossel Bay all the way to Tacoma, and you have quite a lot of backpackers in between where you can comfortably stay. If you're not driving yourself, it is, of course, what I've met with the little bus people. They literally go from one backpackers to the next backpacker. So their stops are at backpackers. which is great.
Yeah, I've heard of the Baz Buzz. It sounds. I've seen the photos as well. It looks like so much fun, actually.
Yeah, and I've actually taken the time to travel on a Bass Bus myself when I was with tourism. So I wanted to know what it was like. And it's simple. You buy your ticket. You can so your ticket lasts for X amount of time. You can hop on or hop off at any of the backpackers, obviously considering where you're staying. And you can stay, say if you're staying at a backpackers and you can take out 3 nights here, 3 days time, you can jump back onto the little Bass Bus and you can travel to the next place. So this always was. I don't know how they are coping with COVID these days, but that's exactly how it was in the past, and it's fantastic. Other than that, you could probably take a little tour bus, like the Earth Stompers guy or the Cape to Addo, or what's the other one? Hotspots. Those guys. They also, if you want to have an organized tour and you know that there's a combi going, it's normally got a fabulous tour guide in it. They're young, they vibey, they got energy, and they look after you. They always make sure that you're the place with the best food or the best adventure, and so on and so forth, which is great as well. So that is definitely the benefit of adventure travel and backpacking in South Africa as a whole, especially along the coast.
Yeah. Well, Rose, it's certainly changed a lot. I mean, there's always a stigma that when you go backpacking, you're staying in crappy places, but that's not the case anymore. And now you say Wi-Fi and everything. I'm very, very impressed.
No, I mean, they literally, I mean, it's unbelievable. I've stayed in backpackers in Southeast Asia and places. Okay, it was dirt cheap, but it's not even close to the quality that we've had in this country. I mean, I've walk into backpackers and it's got beautiful linen and it's tidy and it's got everything, and it really, really is impressive. Of course, they are the dorm. I mean, the younger you are, the easier it is to stay in a dormitory. And you can actually literally just stay in a dorm with just girls, or stay in a dorm with just boys, and it's a mixed match of people. So you can easy that, or you can pay a little bit more and have your own room. I mean, that's up to you. Depends on what your budget is. But the nice thing about these kind of environments is that they are people of, like I say, people are traveling and they've got like-minded. Night you're going to the restaurant, there's a pool table, you're all sitting around, you're having a beer together, where you're from, what you're doing, where you're going next, kind of thing. Let's have a game of pool, let's eat, let's have a pizza, that kind of thing. So there's that kind of environment. It's always a very social environment around that kind of environment, yeah.
Yo, what a great way to make friends. And also, like you said, it's friends for life. I like that. That's fantastic.
Yeah, and the crazy thing is I remember staying in this place called Banana Bungalows in Thailand. I've just found it on the internet. It's a very, very, very cool concept. Banana Bungalows, and I at that stage had a car in Thailand and just drove up. Just went to phone them and said, "Listen, do you have space?" And they said, "Yes, we have space. Come." Went there, got a little cottage. I actually rented one of these little tiny little bamboo huts. It wasn't very fancy, but it had a mattress and a mozzie net in the bathroom, kind of thing. and I happened to meet a girl called Anna, who I still know today. A guy called Brian, and we made phosphor angels in the swampy areas of Thailand. It always phosphor. Brian actually came to South Africa and visited, and I worked up with them when they were in the garden. I met a guy called Vladimir, who's now living in Thailand, who I'm still in contact with, and they also came, him and his girlfriend, or I think she's soon to be wife, also came to South Africa to visit, which is fantastic. I mean, you literally form these friendships for life, which is great. And you also you like-minded people, so you always stay kind of in contact in that kind of way. Yeah.
Sure. Well, now I have a burning desire to go backpacking. Thank you, Rose.
Yeah, I know, and I'm going to tell you something else. It's not an age thing. You don't have to be 18.
Yeah.
The elder person backpacking with me was a gentleman from the States. He was half Filipino, half Russian. He was 70 years old when I met him at the backpackers.
Wow,
and
that's
he actually wrote a book. Yeah.
Yo.
He wrote a book in which he signed to me. He gave it to me, and I still have that book. It was fantastic. What a lovely mindset of person. That's the nice thing about it, just the wisdom that you can get in between as well.
Yeah.
Besides the adventure and the friendships and the easy way of traveling, which is nice. Really is nice.
It can only be fun and also nice sightseeing because we have such a beautiful country, you know. Always get to know your country first before you travel overseas. That's what I say.
I fully agree with you there.
Awesome.
We have them on. We didn't know what we have until we won't have it anymore one day. So I always say, you know, a lot of times when people ask me about adventure blogging, will you come and talk to us as an adventure blogger? Sure. And then I go and speak to them and they go, where's your favorite place in the world to go? Where's your favorite place? I'm like, coming home.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's no place like home. No place like home.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, Rose, thank you so much. That was very, very nice. As always, we'll chat to you again next Tuesday. Just give us your social media details again if we want to follow your travels and see your beautiful pictures.
Yeah, well, you can find me on Facebook, Travelbug Rose, or you can just Google @GoTravelBug. You can find me on Instagram and on Twitter as @GoTravelBug. And my blog is www.gotravelbug.co.za. And that's where. And lately, I had to go back onto TikTok for my sins.
I'm gonna check you out on TikTok. Yay! Awesome. We're gonna check you out there, Rose.
Yeah.
Like a man. Thank you so much as always. I'll let you carry on with your work there in your coffers. Say hello to Sagefield for me, okay?
I will do, sweetheart. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Rose. Talk to you next week.
Have an awesome day.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye.